What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we're checking out a game that came out a few months ago. That might have actually been last year, but my physical copy just came in from Limited Run Games. And just so you know, if you order from Limited Run Games, don't expect the game to come out when the digital version comes out. It will take, I think, at least 6 months, maybe a year out, depending on if you order it with other items. I ordered Persona 3 Portable Physical Edition, and because I ordered it with Persona 4, the Golden Physical Edition as well, uh, I won't be getting 3 until 4 is also ready. They'll ship them at the same time. They do not ship them separately. This one, however, I did get separate on its own, the only thing in the box, and it is pretty cool. It is the Shin-chan, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation, The Endless 7-Day Journey. Now, at first glance, it looks pretty plain, but, and first we should probably take out, because you'll be able to better see what's going on the front. At first glance, it is just a orange background, Shin-chan and his dog right there. But if you put it to the light, you can see there's a dinosaur. It's kind of like a matte finish and then like a glossy dinosaur shape. See that? Yeah. On the side, see the name once again. You don't even have a PlayStation logo, which is weird. This is the PS4 version, or at least it should be. That's what I ordered. Connect with Potentials, Neos. Go to the other side, and it's the exact same thing. Although on this side, you can see some of the tail that went over. See? Tail, tail. And the other side doesn't have any of that because the head stops right there. There's nothing to go over to the other side. Plain orange. There's no secret image or anything like that. And UPC. Then on the back, we have some cool stuff. It's summer vacation time for Shin-chan. See some screenshots. From the fresh fish you catch in the river to the bugs you encounter in the hills and fields, keep a record of all the fun things you did in your picture diary. It was supposed to be a summer vacation full of memories, gaming with friends back home, helping in the fields, and working on the town newspaper. But now, something else has happened, I guess. This version includes the game, original soundtrack, which is probably one of the biggest things for me getting these physical editions, is that they actually include a CD soundtrack. And, you know, I do have a couple Walkmans and my phone. Well, it's a Sony phone, so you can actually do a lot of those same things there. But I love physical media and soundtracks. An acrylic standee, enamel pins, and 2 postcards. And that's super Japanese to have the 2 postcards. A thing I think is kind of cool, though, one, that we even got this in America. Like, even if it were digital only, I still think that's something short of amazing, just because this seems like one of those games we would not get here, let alone a physical copy, which Limited Run Games, like, I hope they do more of this sort of stuff where Shin-chan's a property that I don't think we've gotten new stuff for, at least in the States, for a long time. And I got a little preview, and yes, it is indeed really tight. But it is the PS4 copy that I think it did come out on Switch. I think it did come out on Switch, not 100%, but a game like this, I think I'd rather just have on PS4, and then I can remote play it if I want to. It's summer vacation time for Shin-chan. And, oh, this actually has something of a different blurb. Shin-chan and the Nohara family find themselves interwoven in a mysterious summer vacation experience in the nature-rich town of Aso. Then it has the same spiel that was on the back, but you have your picture diary. You can be a DJ, complete your collection, a dinosaur showdown, become a news reporter, and grow vegetables. Seems like there's a bunch to do here. 2.5 gig minimum on your console. That's not that bad. And it is a single player experience. Let's see if there's anything inside here. I kind of doubt that there would be. I don't imagine there's even a manual. It doesn't feel very heavy, so this thing might be pretty bare bones. Oh, it was shrink wrapped pretty well. It took me a little bit to even get that off. Okay. So inside, well, if nothing else, you do have this reversible cover, and it's really nice artwork. I don't hate it. For sake of collection, I will probably be keeping it in the box, so it means very little. But if you had gotten just this version, you could have gotten, I believe, a version that was just the game and none of this extra stuff. That'd be pretty cool, but for sake of putting it on the shelf, I'd probably keep it like that. Anyway, I always appreciate when companies do that. I might do that, swap them for a little bit, but ultimately when it's on the shelf, it's easier when you can read and know exactly what you're looking at. So there was a plethora of other items, or at least there should be, and this is the rest of it. And this shape is why it was so bulbous in the packaging. Look at that. Like, even if you put this in here, this was in front, kind of holding it. But even then, like, that's, if it's not pushing it tight, it's just kind of thick for that box, I think. Opening it, super easy, barely an inconvenience. One thing you do have to be careful of is there was no cushioning for this. The jewel case, on first glance, looks pretty nice and it's not cracked, but because you have this pin here, it could have easily put too much force on it and just done an indent fracture. So let's take a look at some of the stuff here. We will check that out. That's the track list right there. And I don't think Limited Run sells these separately. If they did, I would probably literally buy this and the physical copy. I don't know if I'd necessarily go for all the extras. I mean, okay, so you have 2 postcards. They're cute, like, no doubt, but yeah, I don't see myself ever using these. They're cool to have, and they're like, pieces of artwork, and that's always something that I am supportive of, but, not really super needed. Let's check out the acrylic stand, because the pin is, well, it's a pin of Shin-chan, and that's cute, and I like that. In fact, it's the same one that's on the cover here, so apparently they like it too. And what do you know, the acrylic stand is exactly what's here. And actually, it's also the same one on the cover of the game. So they really like that artwork, or at least they didn't find a reason to change it up at all. So for the acrylic stand, well, there he goes. It's probably really simple. You have your base. You have your background, which there's like almost like a film on it. Almost like a waxy film. You know what it probably is? It probably is the fact that there's a piece of, not like a waxy film on it. It actually is a waxy film, I think. I think if you take it off, yeah, that's definitely what this is. So that's meant to protect it in shipping. So you can peel that off and then you have it nice and clean. But for sake of now, I'm probably not going to do that. So if we're copying the CD case, Shin-chan is looking that way. Dog is kind of that way. There you have the acrylic standee, and it perfectly matches the CD cover and even the game case, the standard one anyway. So yeah, we match all the way. Although you could flip that, have him look the other way, the dog look that way, dog look the same way. You can do them either way. I'm going to put these away for now. This would be a great thing for display, honestly. I just don't have a need or spot to put this. And that's basically the contents. Let's open the CD up. Okay, well, oh, come on. I thought once I got most of it, oh, there it is. Wow, that is, there we go. That was more of a chore than it needed to be, but the jewel case is in good condition. The way it's packaged, I was very afraid that it would be, and there's that same artwork again, that it would be damaged just by an impact. Oh, this, does that even, oh, that's just one sheet. Never mind, I thought it was a booklet. Sometimes you have a booklet with more information and some bonus artwork. There was none here. When I say this is a bulbous box, like that, no joke, this thing feels like it does not want to close. Or it feels like it does not want the game in there. This feels like it's pushing it to its limits. Oh yeah, that's thick, but it'll hold for now anyway. Yeah, there's definitely some bulge to it. I think had they made the box a little bigger or found a different way to package it, it wouldn't have turned out so bulbous. Packaging could use some work, but the aesthetic of it is very nice, and I like the simplicity that if you take a second glance, there's way more to it, and that's probably indicative of his summertime vacation. Well, that's it for the Shin-chan, me and the professor on summer vacation, the endless 7-day journey. If you're a fan of board games, especially deck building games, be sure to check out Team_Thunder on YouTube. While you're there, you can check out my 2 podcasts, Water Damage and Aquaman podcast, and Accelerated Visions, a Spider-Man 2099 podcast. If you want to stay up to date on my videos and live streams on both YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now, guys. Manjoume out.